But this black tiger really knows how to do business. Take my money and lend it to me. And charge me interest too. A business genius. I laughed. I have to be serious now. Destroy the remaining evidence. With the money they left behind, I have to burn it all. From now on, I will no longer be trash. Finally, it has come to an end. A new life begins. Then I took out my mobile phone and called. Hello, Uncle NGU. I suspect someone is counterfeiting money. A large amount. A cautious estimate is over 10 million. I copied 10 million with the broken sync. And decided to use the money to lure Black Tiger into the game. He asked me to kneel down, apologize, and hand over the money. As a result, I was deceived. After taking Black Tiger away, I called Uncle Wu back. Report on the counterfeiting activities of Huo Hu. A crime as serious as Black Tiger's. Could spend his entire life in prison. With 10 million in cash. Huo Hu couldn't deposit everything in the bank at once. After thinking it over, I returned to the hotel. But this time, I received a call from the police team. They said that Huo Hu had been arrested, hoping I could coordinate with the investigation. So I drove straight to the Tantan police station. Min Quan. Comrade, this money is not mine. He gave everything to me. I have evidence. This money is all the money he earned from selling gold. The person in charge of Black Tiger is named Wang Zhang. He is the team leader of this area. Before I arrived, he briefly checked my background information and the relationship with this Black Tiger. Black Tiger, be honest. You are a habitual offender. Hey, I am not the type of person who commits crimes regularly. I have always obeyed the law for many years. I haven't done anything harmful to anyone. Min Quan. I wonder why you keep giving me money over and over again. WOZNN. It turns out there is something wrong with that money. You have deceived me. Fraud is a serious crime. Wait until I go outside. I will show you. Black Tiger, be careful with your words. How dare you threaten others in front of me? Min Quan, I invited you here to cooperate in the investigation. You just heard what he said. Black Tiger said all the money was given by him. He also said that you stole gold and sold it for 10 million. I have prepared this program for a long time. To know exactly what Black Tiger wants to do. Because before coming to this room, I have thought of many reasons to tell Black Tiger. So I am very confident. Comrade, I did not steal any gold at all. But recently I sold a batch of gold worth tens of millions. But my money is almost all spent. Has 10 million already been spent? But Black Tiger said you sold it just yesterday. This is almost all the money spent. I bought a car for 1.5 million. I went to a 5-star hotel to book the presidential suite for a year. More than 6 million plus the money I borrowed from Black Tiger before. He forced me to take out many small loans online. After that, there will be more than 3 million left. You can go to the bank to check the details about these things. I've heard that people spend money like water after suddenly becoming rich. But I have never seen anyone like that. A total of 10 million. Any fool knows to buy a house first. As a result, he spent over 6 million. Renting a presidential suite for a year. Wasting over 7 million in a day. What kind of spending is this? What about that fake 10 million? How do you know? It is indeed 10 million. I guess. I have borrowed money from Huo Hu before. He always gives me cash. Once, I discovered there were 2 bills with the same serial number. But at that time, I was short on cash. I didn't take it seriously. Until recently, I sold my gold. I just felt something was off. I suspected. He always uses fake money to lend like this. When the loan is finished, he will charge exorbitant interest. After a few comments, I quietly asked, Uncle Wu, may I ask, how much counterfeit money has he produced in total? 1112x. 11 to 12 million. Why so much money? This Hu is too wicked. Please punish this kind of disaster severely. I have been hurt by him before. I borrowed 10,000 yuan. In the end, I had to withdraw hundreds of thousands with compound interest. Fortunately, everything is blocked now. Min Quan, don't spit blood at others. The evidence is not as you say. Team Wang, I am ready to cooperate. You can check the bank statement. Later, Vong Tran asked the colleagues in the information department to check my statement. They also called the hotel and the car dealership. Everything is just as I said. Vong Tran felt that something was off with me. But there is no evidence. The final question. Where did you get this gold? Comrade, tell the truth. This gold was left by my ancestors. Ancestors left it. Thank you for coming here and cooperating with us. You can go home first. We will contact you if necessary. I nodded quickly. I am also a good citizen who abides by the law. If there's anything you need me to help with, I will definitely cooperate. Hack Ho sat to one side, feeling restless and uneasy, yelling about the shady story. There's something shady here. I mean, you bastard. We should have been more cautious back then. Your rundown house in the countryside could sell for $1 million. Ridiculous. I'm obsessed with money. Harmed by you. Hearing Hack Ho say this, I feel really happy. Before leaving, I also want to poke him a little more. You know you're greedy for money, right? You for money. Do countless thoughtless things. You still have the nerve to talk to me about the house? The more I talk, the louder the sound. My parents' house has long been forced to sell it to pay off debts. And what about you? You still think it's not enough, forcing me to borrow more money. If not, then you, Huo Hu, will do whatever it takes. I'm telling you. Now it's your karma. Seeing that I have money, you want to frame me. I deliberately become more excited when I speak. There are even veins on my forehead. I was just a bit short of punching Huo Hu. Wang Zhen quickly pulled me back. Comrade, I can understand your feelings. But this is an interrogation room. We cannot freely decide the crimes of who. I quietly rejoiced inside. Then, I went down the stairs designated by Vong Tran. Chu An was not caught with them. I didn't know Chu An had abandoned Hak Ho at the last moment. Someone saved Chu An. Thinking of this, I opened the message. Sure enough, I found that Chu An had sent me a message. Min Quan, you did well. This matter won't stop here. Yan Nhi said she would help me take revenge. Just wait. You can harm Hoak Ho. If you have the guts, try to harm Li Fu Tan. His father is Li Kuang, chairman of the Li Corporation. You have only just made a little money. You have no connections in society. You are nothing. Chu An must be crazy. I have been in a state of confusion for the past 2 years. The road ahead is really dark. I haven't blamed anyone yet. Why is this Chu An like this? Want to know someone's true feelings? It's just a matter of time. Knowing a person by their face but not their heart. A nice saying. Think about this. I chose a funny image from my collection. He shouted with an angry expression. If I had money, would you leave me? Try to be a good mistress. Be careful not to get caught in a love rivalry. After sending. I think that's enough. So I directly opened Chu An's personal page. Put on the blacklist. Wow, I no longer see this woman chattering. I designed to lure the Black Tiger into the game. I didn't expect the game to encounter obstacles. To help Chu An escape disaster. I can only lament. Before, it was because I knew people by face but not by reputation. The phone rang with an unknown number. I feel a bit anxious. I wonder if Quan still remembers me. Dai Dong. Of course I remember. Boss Duong's generosity is truly unforgettable. Today, an officer named Vong from the Tanton District Police Department called me, asking if he could sell a batch of gold to our shop. Mr. Quan, surely there are no issues regarding the origin of this batch of gold, right? It's just a little misunderstanding. But it was actually Boss Duong's friend, Hoak Ho, who made counterfeit money. I heard the amount is in the tens of millions. Has been arrested. I don't know if Mr. Duong knows about this. Has he been arrested? Mr. Quan, you might have some misunderstandings. I am not friends with Black Lake. He doesn't deserve it either. Oh, I understand now. But I don't know why Mr. Duong called me. Mr. Quan is very funny. I'm not being long-winded either. I know Mr. Quan must still have a lot of goods on hand. Actually, I want to buy more. Mr. Quan, what are your thoughts? Do you want all the goods? I'm just afraid I will make a mistake when selling too much gold at once. I wonder how much Mr. Duong will spend on this meal. Duong Dai Dong listened on the other end of the phone, startled for a moment, then laughed disdainfully. Young man, how much gold do you have? To challenge my wallet? Hey, Mr. Duong. We could have an appetizer first, right? How much? 120 pounds. Not much. I can trade anytime. So tomorrow I will go to Mr. Duong's shop and talk to Mr. Duong about the main dish. After hanging up the phone, glancing at the time, before the trade tomorrow, there will be no problem. Just 30 gold pieces. Successfully cooked once. This time even more familiar. The next day has arrived. I brought the melted gold pieces. Arriving at Duong Dai Dong Gold Shop. As expected, the receptionist has changed. With a slim figure and soft curves. Just looking at her makes one feel restless. Especially those eyes. They are big as if they could speak. Today's appearance of Boss Duong has been quite upgraded. I joked a few lines. Then, under the leadership of Duong Dai Dong, we went to the back hall to complete the transaction. 32 gold pieces. 121.6 pounds is 60,800 grams. The price is still the same as last time, 2,280. A total of 22.8 million 20. Duong Dai Dong also didn't say much. The money has been transferred directly to my account. But that pile of gold, Duong Dai Dong has no intention of putting it away. Slowly lean back in the chair. Start enjoying the tea. Mr. Quan said there will be a main course after the appetizer. I don't know what the main course is. It seems that this amount of gold is still not enough to satisfy you. Do you want to buy more? This is exactly what Duong Dai Dong wants to hear. He is really curious about what I have in hand. Gold is not very stable. It depends on the price trend. But domestic prices change every day. Therefore, the association is not very interested in gold trading. Boss Duong is talking about the Overseas Chinese Jade Association. Yes, Mr. Quan is currently also a member of the association. The annual Jade Exchange meeting will be held nearby. There will be a grand auction. I wonder if Quan is interested. Boss Duong, others may not know what I'm like. You should know best. My net worth plus the 22.8 million I just traded. The total is less than 30 million. Boss Duong is counting on me at the auction. Take something out. Duong Dai Dong didn't expect that he couldn't get all the information. When the time comes, celebrities from all walks of life will participate. Quan, if there's nothing good to auction off, you can also go to see. Try to see if there's something you like. The membership threshold for participation is very high. I guess the items inside are not cheap either. But if Boss Duong wants, you can also try telling me. I also have some goods. I am really interested, but what do you have besides gold? What else is there? What else? Of course, I can't tell Boss Duong. But I also have some goods ready. I can probably get what Boss Duong wants. There are goods. This unfortunate guy just went bankrupt a few days ago. What kind of goods could there be? If he has a lot of goods, why is he only showing up now? Then that would be great. Recently, I happened to help a friend recycle diamonds. I don't know. Diamonds, of course I have them. But the amount is too large. The transaction volume will also be large. There will be risks. The danger I am worried about is certainly not from Duong Dai Dong, but from the outside. For example, Wang Zhang. Just recently thought about. The phone rang with Wang Zhang's ringtone. I did not hesitate to look at Wang Daidong, then answer the phone. What's going on, Mr. Wang? Min Quan. We see that 22.8 million has just been credited to your account. Can you explain the source of this money? It was Wang Zhang who spoke up, but it does not worry me. I thought about it on the way here. Private account. It is very likely that it has been monitored by Wang Zhang. So I thought about the reason. Is there a problem? No problem. But Min Quan, we have looked into your past. 32, right? With your experience, combined with your family's situation, it's very difficult to get such a large amount of money. You have investigated the crime. So why didn't you investigate me first? When I was almost killed by a black tiger. Fight. I hung up immediately. Hey boss Wang, I still can't release the diamond stock. So I'm not in a hurry to sell. But I still have a lot of gold here. Boss Wang, are you interested? How much? 100 million. Plans can't keep up with the changes. Now I have become the target. Then stop selling diamonds. Sell as much gold as quickly as possible. Diamonds are clearly impossible. Gold can also be said to be inherited from ancestors. It's far-fetched to say the same about diamonds. But 100 million doesn't seem to scare Wang Daidong. His facial expression only changed slightly. 100 million is not a problem of mine. However, I don't have much liquidity in my account. BAAA. And Quan, can you give me 2 days to prepare? There is indeed a difference between wealth and cash. Available cash flow of 100 million is not something an ordinary person can achieve. So I decisively agreed. After agreeing on the time, then I stood up and left. This time I am very smart. I only brought 30 gold coins. I specifically left a piece. This way, it can be directly copied using the magic basin. No need to go through the troubles of melting anymore. Soon after, I used the magic basin to copy the number and then I received a call from Wang Zhang, saying that he hopes I can cooperate with him. That just hadn't finished speaking, was interrupted by me. Mr. Wang, thank you very much for your concern. But is there a problem with my money? Min Quan. Personal capacity. Alright, let me hear it. Captain Wang, what do you want to tell me in your personal capacity? Vong Tran stopped. Let's start talking more seriously. Because you are still young. You also go to college. You should know that money laundering is a serious crime. Think about your parents, I continued what Vong Tran said. They still hope that I will get married and have children. Right? And then you want to tell me that it will turn me into a tainted witness. I will never take responsibility. Right, Captain Vong? I also haven't done anything illegal. This gold was indeed left by my ancestors. But you suspect that I am laundering money for someone else. Then I won't explain. You can go ahead and investigate. Didn't I also say? I cooperate with the investigation. But I hope you won't invade my personal space either. I was poor before. Now I have money. People are starting to target me, aren't they? That is really unreasonable. There are many things you can exploit from Huohu. Enough to keep you busy. Your current thoughts are very dangerous. You will. Boss Wang, I wish you good health. I hope all good things come to you. You can do whatever you want. After saying that, I hung up the phone immediately. Too lazy to argue. Nowadays, just having money is not enough. You have to be strong. Only in this way can you ensure that your position is unshakable. It seems that even with the magic pot, the road to becoming the richest person in the world is still very long. I continued to use the magic pot to replicate 121 pounds and received another 22.8 million. But this also attracted the attention of the police. The conversation with Vong Tran made me realize that no matter how much money you have, you also need to be strong to protect yourself. The main gate of the China University of Foreign Affairs. Builders. I called Go Hu Vi. When he heard that I was at the university gate, he quickly ran out. When he saw me, Go Hu Vi's expression was very cheerful, wanting to rush over and hug his best friend. But when he thought that I was worth tens of millions, a bit discouraged, I stepped forward and kicked this kid. Then there was a hug. You're really stupid. Min Quan, why did you suddenly come to see me? Go Hu Vi said and started looking at my car. Hey buddy, is this a Bentley? Limited edition. You've got a keen eye, kid. Alright, let's get in the car. I can say this car is worth over $1 million. It's been a long time since this car had a new model, but its performance is superior to business cars. Aren't you getting in the car yet? Hurry up and get in the car, let's go. Hey, wait a minute. Get in right now. Go Hu Vi giggled. Quickly hop in. Both of them chatted happily. Go Hu Vi kept asking me what was going on, but I didn't say anything. I will talk when we get there. Now I have money. Anyway, I have to treat you to a meal. That's for sure. I'm about to eat meat. The two of them got out of the car while chatting and laughing. When Go Hu Vi saw the Fujia Hotel in front of him, he was stunned by the grand and luxurious entrance. This Fujia Hotel, it is owned by the Fu Viet subgroup. How do you know? How could I not know? The Fu Viet subgroup has made progress over the past 2 years. It turns out they came from the retail business. Some large shopping centers are named after him, but he unexpectedly stepped into the food industry. Then he opened a 5-star hotel. After that, he ran a 5-star hotel business. The food, clothing, and housing here cost 3 times the normal price. At this point, he seemed a bit hesitant. You really are a wealthy man. But isn't going to a 5-star hotel a bit extravagant? I've heard people say that the food at these restaurants is neither good nor bad. The quantity is very small. I guess it must cost a lot of money to eat well. Or maybe we should just forget it. Let's find a place that serves skewers. Min Quan. Let's go eat skewers and drink beer. Alright, my friend. You can't leave today unless your stomach is full. The prestigious Black Gold Supreme card. We are honored to welcome you to Fujia Restaurant. But our private premium room is already full. Only regular rooms are available. Please wait a moment. We will find a premium room for you as soon as possible. Never mind, don't disturb others while they eat. A regular room is fine too. Yes, sir. The regular room has been reserved. We will inform the person who made the reservation. No need to come. We wish you a good meal. Waiter, is my private room ready? I'm very hungry, lead the way. Bastard. Why are you here? To eat at a 5-star hotel. That money still hasn't run out? I ignored Li Thutan. My gaze met Yen Yi's eyes. That night at Fujia Hotel, the two didn't even say a word to each other. Because I had nothing to say. At that moment, Yen Nhi wanted to say something to me. Now I have money. You want to get back together with me? Don't even think about it. Today we met again at Fujia Hotel. It's like God is deliberately playing tricks. Of course, Li Thutan felt it. Yen Nhi and I locked eyes. His expression immediately turned cold. What are you looking at? No matter how you look at it, it's no longer your business. Don't dream. They are all classmates. Go Hu Vi naturally knew that the two had feelings for each other before. Now the situation has become awkward. If not, we can eat somewhere else. You idiot, can you hear me? Hurry up and go somewhere else. A once rustic person has become wealthy. There was a dog following behind. Ha ha ha, I'm just kidding. Where were you when Min Quan was so poor he couldn't afford to eat? Now you're clinging like a hungry beggar. Shut up, you bastard. Go Hu Vi seems a bit excited. But he didn't know what to say in response. Thu Tan was used to the arrogance at school. Everyone had to be afraid of him. No one dared to offend him. At first, Go Hu Vi's monthly living expenses were only 1,000. But he gave me 500. 3 consecutive months. By the 4th month, he was still too embarrassed to take it baock. Now, I won't let Li Shaoqing humiliate him. I stepped forward, staring at Li Shaoqing. You say that again. Hey, I'm the one saying this. What can you do to me? I said he's the dog following you. Is that all you know, to flatter and make money? So what now? How dare you hit me? Li Shaoqing was beaten, really confused, sitting on the ground, covering his face and looking at me. I am Li Shaoqing. My father is Li Gang. On 1/3 of an acre of land in Zhanghai. Who dares to pick a fight with me? Is this the Ming Jun I used to know? Why does he seem like a different person? Is it just because the rich have straight backs? Min Quan, I can't believe 2 years have passed. You're still a kid. Do you think being rich now makes you great? How much money do you have compared to the Thu Con family? Not even a small fraction. This slap has blocked your way out. My way of living. I don't need you to teach me. I don't show any pity for Yen Nhi. Facing Thu Tan, I said, I not only dare to hit you, I also want to hit your old man. My words only add fuel to the fire. Li Thu Tan immediately exploded. I just hit him on the left side of his face. At this moment, he arrogantly pointed his finger. He pointed at the right side of the face. If it's good, go ahead and hit. Damn it. I can't believe you dare to hit me. If you dare to hit me, you won't be able to stay in Zhanghai anymore. Hey, no one can stop my anger. Because Li Shaoqing begged me. How could I possibly endure that? Go away. Min Quan, don't do anything. Did you hear that? You should be as alert as that bitch. If not, then. He hadn't finished speaking when I slapped him straight away. Hit me, you fool. Everyone heard that. He specifically asked me to hit. Such a request. I've never seen anything like it in my life. You really dare to hit me. You will know my strength. Li Thu Tan's face began to turn red and slightly swollen. But before he could take another step, he was embraced from behind by the security staff after hearing the noise. What are you all doing? How dare you stop me? Do you know who I am? At this moment, the hotel manager also ran over. Sorry, Mr. Quan. I apologize for affecting your dining experience. Now I will take you to your room. The hotel manager was sweating profusely on his forehead. What kind of boss is this? Presidential suite. Protected from all influences. As for Li Thu Tan, his father is Li Kuang. He is nothing at all. At this point, I shook my head and said, no need, I will deal with my personal issues first. Seriously speaking, I have never seen anyone begging to be dumped. Do you have a masochistic tendency? My words are definitely insulting Li Shaoqing. Yen Nhi also frowned at Min Quan. Hey, do you dare to hit someone here? This is the difference between you and Shaoqing. A person from a lower class. To be honest, now every time Yen Nhi says something, I feel embarrassed. Back then, I was truly blind. I really like Yen Nhi like this. Is this the language of humans? I am a person from a lower class, but I am too lazy to argue with Yen Nhi. I said. Because he begged me to stop. You dare to hit my face. Li Thu Tan looks like he's trying to eat someone. His angry eyes widened. Veins bulged on his forehead. All of you get out of my way. Do you know who I am? I am Li Thu Tan. Li Kuang is my father. Whether you believe it or not, I will terminate the partnership with you fools. I smiled even more proudly, looking at Yen Nhi. This is what we call an outstanding person. Like that. Fujia opens for business, naturally welcoming all guests. You came here to cause trouble. We have to stop you. Sorry, we can't entertain you here. Just finished speaking. Li Thu Tan's expression changed, and he roared. 5-star restaurant. You dog-eat bunch. This young master came here to eat. Today you are kicking this country bumpkin out. Kneel down and apologize to me. I will overlook your mistakes. Otherwise, don't blame me. Sorry, Mr. Lee. Mr. Kwon is our esteemed guest at Fujiya. Is he a customer of the Black Gold Supreme card? CNENE. His dining experience is our standard of service. Therefore, I cannot kick him out. But you have affected Mr. Kwon's meal. So now you are the one who will be kicked out. After saying that, Manager Kwach waved goodbye. That group of security wants to throw Lee Thu-tan out. Yen Nhi was also startled for a moment. She didn't expect it. To meet me twice. Everyone encountered issues. What happened to this useless guy? On the other side, Lee Thu-tan was naturally unwilling. Shouting. You can't kick me out. You can't do this to me. I am Lee Thu-tan. There was not a trace of emotion on his face as he stepped forward. This is not your home. Nor is it at school. Don't think you can act recklessly. This is society in its true sense. Hurry back to your parents at home. Don't embarrass your old folks here anymore. Country bumpkin, I'm not done with you yet. Don't let me catch you. Oh, then I will wait for you. But now, just disappear. I'm going to eat. Li Tiao-ching was unwilling. But the security team still dragged him away. After Li Tiao-ching was taken outside, the hotel manager quickly came over and apologized. Mr. Kwon, I'm really sorry for affecting your dining experience. Sorry. The food and drinks that Mr. Kwon and his friends had today. A 50% discount on everything. Mr. Kwon, I hope you can overlook this. You chased the flies away from me. And also gave a half discount. Am I not going to become a villain? I have a lot of money. Whatever the price, that's the price. I can still afford this amount. I will listen to you all the time. Mr. Kwon, here is our menu. After talking, the hotel manager handed me the menu. Hu Vy was in a state of confusion throughout the process. I slapped Lee Thu-tan, who had just made a fool of himself in public. It really made his blood boil. My good friend is really amazing now. Isn't this the understanding that 10 million can bring? 1,000. I wouldn't dare to be that crazy if I had 10 million in my hands. I skimmed through the menu. I found that the names of the dishes in the 5-star restaurant are really tongue-twisting. Steamed butterfly fish with garlic and green onions. Water oysters, flower mushrooms, and Australian abalone. Italian-style caramelized chestnut cake. Abalone stewed with ginseng and sea snails. Each name is extremely complicated. 8,790. It makes everyone lose their appetite. Your dish is a bit complicated. Is there any combo available? It's really frustrating not to understand these dishes. There are many combos available. There are always 4 package sets to choose from in our private room. They are Package C level 10,888, Package B level 16,888, Package A 2888. Additionally, there is Package S 33888. It's too expensive, Min Kwon. Or let's eat something else. Everything here costs tens of thousands. Hu Vy heard that a meal costs 30,000 to 40,000. Again, started pulling me to eat somewhere else. The hotel manager is very embarrassed. But it's really hard to explain. I had to say. Actually, there are seats in the lobby too. Optional package. There are 3 levels. 5, 8,886, 8,888, 888. If Mr. Kwon's friend likes these packages, then call me Package S of 38,888. As soon as Hu Vy heard that I wanted to order meal set 3, stop quickly. Okay, buddy. Listen to me this time. Alright, I will listen to you. Min Kwon. Don't waste like this in the future. The food was served early. Both of us started to show off. After having enough drinks and food, I got down to business. The last time I saw Chu An. She is interning. How is your internship going? When it comes to this, Hu V's expression is a bit uneasy. The school has assigned the internship location, but they have separated me too far. I didn't go. Right now, I am preparing a paper. I will figure it out later. No, you are considered an excellent student. Why did the school separate you so far that it causes inconvenience? Is something wrong? No, maybe it's a fair distribution. Coincidentally, I still have to write a paper. The internship is not urgent. Tell me the truth. Otherwise, I will not be happy. Don't treat me as an outsider. Under my repeated questioning, Hu V couldn't hold back anymore. Lowered his voice and told. The fact is that the school assigned me a large chemical factory. But I was deceived by Lee Thu-tan, which caused me to lose this job. Wow, why did Thu-tan target you? You didn't have any grudges before. Who knows, maybe it's because we had a good relationship before. Perhaps he has become accustomed to being arrogant and tyrannical. Some old classmates. He always uses this method to get people fired. His father has connections with the school board members. He also donates money to the school. We, ordinary people, cannot compete with him. Money has been donated to the school. Oh, last year his father donated 20 million to the school for the construction of a new library. The school leaders then met with him. It felt like meeting one's ancestors again. The smooth and silky flattery. It's so sad, I think. Such a dirty deal would not happen to students at the university. As a result, the world is as dark as a crow. Thinking of this, I no longer sighed. I am someone who gets straight to the point. Because you haven't found an internship yet. I have a job for you. Do you want to do it? Go Hu V quickly agreed. But then he thought of some bad things again. It's not illegal, is it? Of course. How could it be against the law? What to do? Can I do it long term? I'm about to start my own company. The minimum initial investment is 100 million. Now I'm asking if you want to do it with me. Exactly 100 million. You're crazy, Min Kwon. Do you really have 100 million? Hey, what do you think? Damn it. You're wealthy. Let me calm down a bit. 100 million, what the hell? I've never seen that much money in my life. To tell the truth, I haven't seen it either. Alright, you said it. What do you want me to do for you? I'm interested in skincare products. That night, seeing the cosmetics in the room with my own eyes, erasing scars on the body, when repaired perfectly, I decided to do this. What is this called? This is called a gift from God. How to make cosmetics. Min Quan, are you planning to produce it? Talking nonsense. Otherwise, why do you think I'm looking for a top student like you? I can't let you go hand out flyers. Do you know why the Coca-Cola formula is a secret? But the production in many places across the country hasn't leaked? Because they will go to factories nationwide, providing Coca-Cola solutions. The raw liquid technology is in their hands. Min Quan, have you developed it yet? Almost done, but I need someone to help me summarize it. Can you help me with this? The person I trust the most is you. This is a business secret. Whatever you want me to do, I will do it. But first, we need a laboratory. No problem. For my wealth-building career, I ordered a bottle of Lafite 1982. To celebrate dinner, I took Hu VY to sell the bill. The total is 145k. After taking Hu VY back to school, the next day, that was the trading day that Wang Dai Dong and I agreed upon. Early in the morning, just use the magic basin to replicate the gold. The exact amount of gold to be sold. Although the size of the gold is not large, it is heavy. More than 500 kilograms. After loading all the gold into the car, then drove straight to the gold shop. Check, weigh, and transfer in one go. The amount of 105 million has been transferred directly to my account. It's a pleasure to work with Boss Duong. Duong Dai Dong also shook hands firmly. I hope we can have the opportunity to cooperate in the future. Mr. Quan. Just as both were about to open the bottle of wine to celebrate, outside the gold shop, darkness suddenly poured in. Standing there, you were arrested. Your account has just been credited with 105 million. You need to explain its origin. Have I made a mistake? I never do that kind of business. I'm sure Quan is fine, right? Duong Dai Dong is clearly on my side. Let me call your office, okay? Ask what's going on. It's of no use. Even if you call someone, he will still be arrested. Before leaving, Duong Dai Dong told me, Quan, have you found a lawyer yet? I have a few friends. Thank you, boss. I'm not wrong. The law won't arrest the wrong person. I just intended to have a cup of tea. After saying that, I followed Vong Tran out of the jewelry store. Captain Vong, how many people do you have here? There are very few people. Hoak Ho has too many problems. Are you investigating me again? Min Quan, stop pretending to be innocent with me. Let me tell you the truth. This time, it's not me keeping an eye on you. That's the boss. Yes, the boss. The boss. At first, I didn't understand it. After asking in detail, it turns out that Vong Tran didn't come here by himself. But his boss has been bribed by Li Thu Tan. So you want to catch me? Not really. This is your transaction record. This goes beyond the normal scope. Captain Vong, I'm very curious. Have you contacted my parents? Why are you asking this? Why didn't you contact? You don't have their contact information, do you? Vong Chin said nothing. That is the default. I am surprised. They didn't even contact my parents. They went to investigate me again. Even my family circumstances. You didn't investigate either. It means my family background isn't worth investigating for you. A week ago, I am still an anonymous jerk. Now let me tell you where my parents are. They work in a clothing factory, working to pay off debts. Oh, and these debts were all forced upon them by Hoak Ho. I borrowed 10,000 yuan from him from start to finish. Speaking of this, I feel a bit excited. Vong Tran sat at the opposite table without saying a word. It seems you have noticed something is wrong. I scoffed twice. Look, I am very curious. You said I stole gold. But where was the gold stolen from? When was it stolen? How many more people have gone missing? Is there anyone who witnessed me stealing the gold? The first one. Don't make baseless assumptions. Hoang Tran tapped the table. But you also seem a bit confused. Some evidence is truly insufficient. Before I could speak, the office door was pushed open. A middle-aged bald man, dressed in uniform, walked in. Li Gong called me last night. I heard there is such a person. A large amount of gold suddenly appeared, and was sold in large quantities. The price is still low. These clues all point to being a dangerous gold thief. Too young. You are Min Quan, right? Explain it. Don't make me take action personally in this situation. Explain what? Tell me where this gold came from. The gold worth 10 million. This is not something an ordinary person can do. Luong Tu Tone tapped the table. There's no point in beating around the bush. You should explain as soon as possible. It can also be handled lightly. These words fell on my ears. A-T-O-R-E-R. Can't help but sneer. A-T-O-R-E-R. I really have to thank Detective Luong for that. Luong Tu Tone is truly a good person. Think of me. Fight for leniency for me. But Agent Luong, there's something wrong with your information. This gold batch is worth more than 10 million. Luong Tu Tone has also handled many cases. But you can see there's something different in my words. This conversation is strange. It's of no use to you at all. Wait, what did you just say? More. So how much is that? I laughed. There are no words at this moment. Vong Shin said to Luong Tu Tone. Min Quan. He has 2 transactions with the gold shop owner. The transaction volume is about 138 million. What the hell is that? Luong Tu Tone listened. Almost stood up. Didn't Li Kuang say the total value was only about 10 million? How can it be so different? Why are you shaking your head? 138 million, a more serious case. Now tell the truth. Where does the gold come from? My ancestors left it. Are you saying what my ancestors left is what they left? Here it says there must be evidence. Do you know? Here it says evidence. Who proposed it and who provided the evidence? At first, you doubted that the gold wasn't mine. Then prove your suspicion. Why should I prove that the gold isn't from my ancestors? Agent Luong, lawyer Trin Quan has arrived. Allegedly the lawyer of the suspect. Just finished speaking. Another person walks in, wearing a mark, leather shoes, and a briefcase. This person is none other than Trin Quang, a famous lawyer. Luong Two-Tone frowned. He knows Trin Quang. The methods are very ruthless. He has competed fiercely with many strong individuals. There are many organizational departments. Trin Quang. Hello, I am Mr. Quang's representative. This is the procedure that has just been completed. I need to take my client away. As soon as Trin Quang stepped up, he took out the documents. The deposit has also been paid. Before any further evidence appears, he needs to be allowed to leave. Luong Two-Tone also seems to realize this case is not as simple as it seems. It still needs to be examined more closely. After reading the documents, he nodded. Let him go. At this moment, I am also confused. But before leaving, I told Luong Two-Tone, the information just provided is incorrect. Next time, don't shoot yourself in the foot, okay?